Hi, I'm Jerry Smith from the Light 103.9 FM, and whenever I'm in town, you know who I'm listening to. I'm listening to Lady J, and you should too.
Jay Jenkins, you're sick for this one, baby. What? Hey, come on. Lady J's montage is a show to watch for the mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's montage. Lady J, what? Lady J, what? Lady J, huh? Lady J, what? Hey. Lady J's montage is a show to watch for your mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's montage. Lady J, let's go! Hi everybody, this is Lady J of Lady J's Montage, and I am with Mrs. Stephanie Lamb. She is the health food expert.
Yes, I am.
You know what? This lady is going to educate you and get you ready, get your body ready and your mind ready. Because you know, all of her meals are delicious. They really are. You're thinking, well, if it's healthy, it won't taste good. She's going to fool you. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Great. I wanted everybody to know what a great person you are and the business that you have. And I want you to tell us everything. And then we're going to look at her prepare something as well.
Okay, so my name is Stephanie Lamb, and I am of the New Me, the Next Chapter, Mind, Body, Spirit, LLC. And we are a health and wellness business. I have to tell people we are not a weight loss business. We are actually a health and wellness business where we work inside out. Our goal is to inspire, to equip, and to encourage you to live a healthy lifestyle by using food as your medicine.
Okay, how did you come up with this concept?
I was diagnosed with cancer not only once but twice. The first time I went back to my same lifestyle. The second time I actually listened to God as He poured down into my spirit, a way that I could combat this disease. Mm-hmm. So what He told me was to change the way I eat. So what I started doing when I got out of the hospital, I was laying on my back. I couldn't go back to work. He began to give me things that I needed to do to change my eating habits. So I took it a step further. I went back to school, became a holistic nutritionist, so that I can actually be able to not only help myself, but help others in making their life better.
That's wonderful. So how did you come up with the name of your business?
So one night I was sleeping and I knew I had to go in surgery, but God began to deal with me. And He woke me up out of my sleep and He told me the next chapter. So I woke my husband up and I told him, God's dealing with me about the next chapter. But then when I found out that I had cancer, I said, I know this is not my next chapter. But after I got out of the hospital, He gave me the rest, which He gave me the new me. And then was the next chapter of mind, body, and spirit. Because John 3 tells us that we may prosper and be in good health as our soul prosper. So I want our whole man to be whole and so that we can prosper in every way. Because what good is it for you to have wealth but not good health?
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a great combination. Mm-hmm. So how do you come up with your recipes?
I come up with my recipes by saying, when you eating healthy, sometimes it gets boring. So what I would do is just get to the stove and just cook,
mm-hmm.
putting stuff in, trial and error. That's not good, changing it out. So then I begin to write it down, write down everything. What I didn't write down, wake up my husband in the middle of the night and write it down, have him to write it down. But then I would just begin to cook and just do different stuff and doing different tasting and incorporating herbs that are not only good to you, but
mm-hmm.
actually good for you. I didn't want to put anything in my body that wasn't benefiting my body. I wanted to use every source I could to combat this disease that tried to encounter and try to take over my life.
Okay, so I want to ask you, if you follow an exercise regimen and you eat your food, will you lose weight? Because some people probably want to know that. I want to know that.
Yeah, I tell people that I'm not a weight loss, but changing the way you eat and the foods you eat, you're going to lose the weight. Because a lot of people say, well, I don't want to lose the weight. That's why I don't want to change what I eat. But you're going to lose that excess fat, which causes a whole lot of stuff in your body, a whole lot of diseases. So it's good that you're losing that fat so that you can maintain a good BMI, which is your body fat measurements. So therefore, you will lose the weight. 85% eating right, only 15% exercising.
Okay, and tell us about, do you have any particular meal plans that you have developed and what is the process for that?
Okay, are the meal planning or meal prepping? So our meal planning, we actually help people plan meals. Well, we help you plan a meal from breakfast all the way to dinner. So we tell you what to eat. breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, how much of it, and how much you consume, portion control, so that you can actually be healthy and maintain a good weight like you want to. And then we also do, we'll come in, we have an accountability program where we'll call you twice a week and make sure you're staying on track. You know, sometimes if I keep a track on you, know, even if you mess up, you'll be ready to tell me so I can help you get back on track, so you won't keep doing the same thing over and over again, you know, where you're messing up and not achieving the goals that you want to achieve.
That's very comforting because, you know, sometimes we have cheat days. And so a call from you will put me right back on track.
Right back on track. Because I tell people, if you fall off the boat, you're not just right beside the boat. You can try to get back in to save your life. So why you going to just stay off just because you messed up one day? Start back over again.
That's right. That's right. So what other kind of diseases could be done away with or changed if you eat right?
High blood pressure, diabetes, a leaky gut, meaning your digestive system is not processing food like it should. Any cholesterol, high cholesterol, all these diseases that are attacked by free radicals because of what we eat can be combated through the food we eat. But you know, God told us that everything is reversible if we eat the right things.
Okay. Wow. Is it a lot of plant-based items? Do you
Yes.
have? Or what is a typical menu that someone can order?
It depends. So you have three types of people. Like you have, well, really three types. So you have those who love meat. And then we have those who are vegetarians and they still do dairy, and then we have those who are vegan who don't want to do any dairy anymore or anything that's come from an animal. If it's a mother or father, the vegans don't want to eat it. So we have meal plans. They can be plant-based, which is actually our vegans. Everything close as raw as possible, not cooking all the nutrients out. You know, we cook all the collard greens, cook all the nutrients out. Then we pour the pot liquor down the sink that actually heals a cold. So we actually have plant-based, and we do meat, but we only do turkey and chicken. We don't do pork because we know that pigs do not have pores and they don't sweat. So everything they eat stays on the inside of them. So we're eating these things and we contaminate our body and we don't think about it.
You talking about the hot dogs and the pork chops?
Oh yeah, that processed food. Yeah, that bright leaf everybody loves. Yes,
yeah,
the red
with
rubies.
the chili.
Everything. And so being mindful, and that's what my diet was about. You know, free life. Children gone, husband working, I'm working, stopping at the fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, eating fast food.
Because that's convenient.
Very convenient.
Okay.
But convenient doesn't mean healthy.
That's right, because you know, things that are healthier for you cost a little more.
Cost a little bit more, but you either pay now or pay later.
Wow, that's good. And so your meal preps also help people who have busy lifestyles that they don't have to worry about it. So how does that go? Do you put them in a container? How do people order from you?
Okay, so if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So what we do is help you plan your week. So we do single serving size, sometimes 2 serving size in a tray. And you order off our website, which our menu has something different every week. So you're able to not get bored, and you can order from our website. We make things for you. You pick them up on a day. You have your whole week scheduled out. And then you can have time to spend time with your children, help them with homework, with your spouse, enjoying life, doing that extra curriculum activity as walking so that you can keep that heart pumping and doing the things that you desire to do. A little shopping.
Wow. So you have it all planned, and it's cooked from home, so it's not the fast food with a lot of sodium and those other things in the preservatives. That's really great. So do you have desserts as well?
Yes, we have desserts. We have vegan chocolate chip. We have zucchini pudding. We have
zucchini pudding.
Oh yeah, it's good. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So we have organic sweet potato pie, where we use gluten-free pie crust. We have blueberry squares. We have almond butter squares. These things you can eat for breakfast or dessert. You can make them ahead of time, cut them up, put them in the freezer, and pull as you see fit. You know, you can grab and go because you don't need to skip breakfast. That's the most important meal of the day.
That's your fuel, like putting gas in your car to get started to go where you're going.
Right.
So you have a variety of foods. You have a variety of desserts and snacks. So you just can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
Okay.
You don't have nothing to do but be healthy.
Wow. So you're going to cook for us today?
I'm going to cook for you today.
Are y'all ready? I'm ready.
Let's go. So today what I want to prepare for you is what I call zucchini cups. So a lot of people use meat, but I don't have to use meat. I can always have a meat substitute. So today some of the things I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use our meatless grounds is one thing. And then I'm going to use actually I already did my sweet onions. I cut those up. Red pepper, green peppers, homemade tomato basil, which is made with 4 ingredients, and it's made by Rayo's. 5 ingredients made by Rayo's. My organic zucchini and my spices. So the first thing I'm going to actually do is I have already preheated my stove to 350, so it's getting ready. And I also have my Yardsburg cheese, I forgot, and my Gouda. So if you are vegan, you can actually use non-dairy cheese. And if you're not vegan, you're just vegetarian, you can use Yardsburg. And the reason why I chose Yardsburg cheese because it actually has good vitamin K2 in it. So I like their cheese. That's the only type of cheese that I use if I'm not using vegan cheese. So what I'm going to do first, I got my stove on, and I always have my spray bottle, which is full of oil, which is grapeseed oil. I'm actually going to spray. This is good for you to get if you are a cooker in the kitchen, because 1 full spray is like a teaspoon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray my pan. You see the oil. So that means I'm saturating my pan. So I'm not wasting oil, just dumping and wasting oil. So I have my pan. As you can see, it's well saturated. So I'm going to wait for that to get warm. So while I'm waiting for that to heat up to put everything in, I'm going to slice my zucchini in half. So this will allow me to make the cup to actually fill my product up. So I'm going to make sure it's cut all the way through. So this will allow me to have 2 halves. So what I'm going to do while that's warming up, I'm going to go in the middle and I'm going to actually dig out the middle of the zucchini to actually make the cup. You can see me. So I'm taking out the middle and making it like a hole. And I'm putting the extra to the side because I'm going to use that. Waste not. So here I am, I'm doing my first one. I'm gonna do my next one. Sorry about that. Actually, I'm taking it out and I'm gonna hold it up when I'm done. So, this is actually what it's looking like. Once I got finished, I'll open up the middle. And see, this is where everything is going to go. So now my grapeseed oil is ready for me to fill everything in. So I'm going to actually saute some onions. And they're sweet onions. Saute some green peppers. Red peppers. These are my red peppers and they're organic. And I love to use organic stuff because of the pesticides and because of what I went through. I try to do much organic as possible. And then here are my green peppers. So I'm going to saute them a little, just stir them up just to get them just mixed in together a little before I add my homemade basil, tomato basil with it. And once I add my homemade tomato basil, I'm actually going to do my herbs to actually season everything at one time. So while it's sitting and sauteing a little bit, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my zucchini cups. I'm actually going to spray my pan just so they won't stick. And I'm going to put them here. And now I'm going to use a little bit of Himalaya salt, which I have here. I'm going to put it in the inside of my cup. Then we're going to actually use a little black pepper, which I have here. And a little bit of Italian seasoning, which I have here. I'm going to put it in the middle. Sorry, just to make it kind of easy. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to place this in the oven to just a little bit, just to let it cook just a little. So that's in the oven. So now back to my onions, green peppers, and red peppers. So I'm just sauteing them a little bit. Just a little. Because again, I like to cook stuff as close as raw as possible. I don't like anything mushy. I don't want it mushy. So I want it crunch when I get ready to eat. So that's sauteed a little. So now what I'm going to do is add my tomato basil, which is here. So that's our homemade tomato basil. So what I'm going to do now is add my seasoning. Since I added my homemade tomato basil. So I'm going to add garlic, which is organic garlic. And it's good for you. That's the good thing about garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric, whichever one you want to call it. But this is good for inflammation. It helps with, like we have your knee problems, cholesterol. It helps with blood pressure. So I'm going to add this. A generous amount. I'm going to add my parsley. I'm actually going to add my oregano, which is good for a common cold. The oregano is. And I'm going to add also some Italian, just to give me that zesty. And you can smell it already. Smells so good. You need smell-o-vision so you can smell. But it smells delicious. Delicious. And I want to add just a tidbit of black pepper. So now all of this is, I'm just cooking this all together. And this actually just making my base sort of for my actual zucchini cup. So now that I have added all those ingredients together, I'm not going to use any beef, but if you are a meat lover, you can use turkey ground. But today what I'm using is meatless crumbs. So I'm going to add a generous amount of meatless crumbs, which look like hamburger. Gives you illusion of hamburger, but it's not hamburger. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this. And you can buy this at your local grocery store. Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Whole Foods, those places. With the spices that I added in and my green peppers, onions, and red peppers. While that's simmering a little bit, I'm going to actually remove my zucchini cups because I think they're cooked enough. Just only want them to cook a little bit because I still want them to have that crunch. So they're cooked enough so they're about ready for the filling. As I get this, let this simmer a little, we're going to stir it in. And because mind you, my meatless crumbs were frozen, so I got to stir them in enough so they can unthaw actually in the sauce and in my herbal mixture. Smelling so good. So while I'm actually letting that simmer a little, I'm actually going to take my cheese, this is the Yasberg cheese. I'm actually going to sprinkle a little in the bottom of my cup. Okay, so now I have filled my cups up with cheese at the bottom. So I'm getting my mixture ready for my cups, which are smelling so good, so good. So what I want to do, actually, I don't want to waste anything, so I'm actually going to add a small amount of my filling that I took out of my zucchini and add that in. As I said, I don't want to waste any product. And now if I was doing this for a dinner party, I would use all the filling. But since I'm only doing 2, this little piece will be just enough. Okay, so I'm just stirring that in. Because again, I don't want to get mushy, so I added it last. So it won't be mushy. It will still be kind of crunchy. when I do that bite. So I'm adding it in and mixing it in with everything else, the mixture. This is a quick meal, you know, for the kids when they come home from school. If you didn't have time to cook something healthy, and it's still good to them because they love tacos. But instead of using taco shells, you can actually use zucchini and cut it in half and make it a holder itself and call it a zucchini cup. So I turn our oven off. So that is cooking good. So what I'm going to do now is actually fill my cups. And I'm sticking them in the bowl. Sticking them inside the cup evenly. Do my other cup. This is one of my husband's favorite meals. He loves the zucchini cup. Okay, now that we have filled our cups with our meatless crumb mixture, with our herbs and spices, our peppers and onions, we're going to top it off with our cheese. Again, we're going to make sure we do the coverage of our cheese. Oh, yes. You already know. Delicious. It is very good, very tasty, very healthy. And again, you can always use your vegan cheese or your non-dairy. And like I said before, I love y'all's brown. So now I'm topping it with parsley. And it looks very pretty. Okay, so now we're going to place it back in the oven until our cheese melts. So we're going to put it in. Give it a chance for my cheese to melt, and I'm actually going to put my oven on 370 and for that to melt. And we had mixture left over. So what are we going to do with this mixture? Waste not at all. So if you have anything like Joseph Peter bread, you can actually get the Joseph Peter bread and you can put it in a wrap, and you can wrap it in. You can have a Joseph Peter bread wrap. Also, you can use your cheese, or you can use it on spaghetti with spaghetti strings, or you can use it in a, like I said, a blue taco shell, which will make it healthier than a yellow taco shell. So there's many things that you can actually do. This you can add wheat macaroni, you can add linguine. You can add different things to it to actually make another meal out of the leftover mixture that you have, because you don't want to waste anything. You want to use everything that you have to make your body healthy and to save money and to save time. This can be 2 or 3 meals for the whole week. Prepping our meals and prepping for people makes it easy on you. So what we do to make it easy on us, on the night before, we actually pre-prep. We actually season our meat, cut up our vegetables, do everything that we need to do. So in the morning, at 5 o'clock in the morning, when we rise early while you still asleep, we assemble everything together. We cook everything, and then we place it in our prep containers so that it can be ready for you to pick up. And that's how our prep goes. So here's our finishing cup. Here's our zucchini cups with our meatless crumbs and our good arable filled vegetables. So we actually cook these, and I gotta let them cool off before I allow you to see me taste them. But it makes a good meal. One of these is a good portion size for me to eat. I only need one. And actually just one to do, and that is a good dinner. Or I can add a side salad to it, actually side salad, and we'll use one of these containers to actually put my side salad in, and that's a meal. That's good portion control. You learn how to do portion control. I will sit here and do both of these because that makes me overeat, and then that makes me gain extra weight, extra fat that causes disease. So I actually would eat one of these, wrap up the other one, and I can eat it for dinner or I can eat it for the next day. And you can always warm it up in a conventional oven if you don't like the radiation from the microwave, but you can also warm it up in the microwave for about a minute and a half. But you can always do a conventional oven and put it on the top, and it makes it even crunchier. So I'm going to actually, let me see, it might not be too hot. Let me taste for y'all. So I'm going to actually cut off this end because I don't like the tip. And what you can actually do before you actually cook it. I don't like the tip. But here we go. So I'm going to actually taste it for you. You already know. Delicious. I can taste the herbs. The zucchini is crunchy. It's not mushy. It's delicious. The Parmesan. Well, not the Parmesan. The Yardsburg. Excuse me. The parsley. The peppers. The onions. So good. So delicious. And now we have made a full meal, and it hasn't been a good 15 minutes. How easy is that? Eating healthy doesn't take a lot of time. Let me chew this up. It doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a changed mindset. If you want to eat healthy, you can do just that. All you got to do is plan. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if you plan to do these and plan a meal for all week, that makes you a healthier person because you know what you're eating, and you're not going to stop by the fast food restaurants and getting things that are not good for you or your children. Think of your whole family as a whole and not just yourself. So this is MBS. This is what we do. We inspire, we equip, and we motivate you to be a better you. Be better today than you were on yesterday. Healthier is you.